Imagine a world where a civilization built monumental cities in the heart of the jungle, developed the only complete writing system in pre-Columbian America, and charted the stars with breathtaking precision. This was the world of the Maya, a culture that flourished for millennia and whose legacy continues to fascinate us today. This region, known as Mesoamerica, stretched from southern Mexico covering the Yucatan Peninsula and parts of Chiapas and Tabasco down through Guatemala, Belize, and the western parts of El Salvador and Honduras. Their history is a sprawling epic, usually divided into three major periods. It all began in the pre-classic period around 2000 BCE. This is when the first agricultural Maya communities emerged, laying the groundwork for what was to come. They learned to cultivate maize, beans, squash, and chili peppers, a diet that would sustain them for centuries. By around 400 BCE, they were already constructing monumental temples, a sign of their growing complexity and power. But this early flourishing came to a sudden end. Around 100 CE, many of these great cities were mysteriously abandoned, a puzzle that still intrigues archaeologists. Then came the Classic period, from 250 to 900 CE. This was the golden age of the Maya. It was a time of rebirth and unparalleled splendor. Towering ceremonial centers like Chichén Itzá and Uxmalé rose from the jungle floor, and cities like Tikal in Guatemala became bustling hubs of power and culture. This era, however, was also marked by intense conflict. The various Maya city-states constantly vied for dominance, leading to a cycle of rising and falling dynasties. This constant warfare, combined with other factors like environmental strain, eventually led to another major political collapse. Once again, cities were abandoned as people moved into more rural areas, particularly in the northern Yucatan. The final chapter is the post-classic period, from 900 until the arrival of the Spanish in 1524. While the great cities of the south lay in ruin, Maya culture was far from extinct, survived and adapted, particularly in the highlands and near vital water sources. New states formed, and some old cities were even reoccupied by other groups, like the Toltecs. When the Spanish conquistadors arrived, they didn't find a unified empire, but 16 different Maya states in the northern Yucatan. These states were often at odds with each other, but they put up a fierce resistance. The conquest was a long, brutal process that began in 1524, and the last independent Maya state didn't fall until 1697. So, what made Maya society so remarkable? Let's start with their social structure. It was a hierarchical world, sharply divided between a ruling elite and the common people. At the very top was the king, a divine ruler known as the Ajah. He was not just a political leader, but also the high priest, considered a direct link to the gods. This divine right to rule was passed down through family lines, though royal courts were often rife with intrigue and power struggles. Below the king were the nobles, a class of officials, priests, and elite warriors. The vast majority of the population were commoners, farmers who worked the land and provided labor for monumental construction projects, as well as artisans and merchants. At the very bottom of the social ladder were enslaved people, typically prisoners captured in war. Warfare was a huge deal in Maya life. It wasn't just about grabbing land, it was all mixed up with their beliefs and politics too. The humiliation and ritual sacrifice of captured enemy warriors were common and highly symbolic acts. Maya warriors were formidable, armed with obsidian-edged swords, blowguns, and a powerful spear thrower known as the Atlot. Religion permeated every aspect of Maya existence. They believed in a complex spiritual realm with 13 levels of heaven and 9 levels of the underworld. Our world existed in between. The cosmos was governed by a pantheon of powerful deities, like Kukulkan, the feathered serpent god, and Itzamna, the creator god of the sky. To keep the universe in balance and gain divine favor, the Maya performed intricate rituals, which included offerings and, most famously, human sacrifice. Ancestors were also revered, acting as intermediaries with the supernatural world. Many families buried their dead beneath their own homes, a way to keep their loved ones close. Much of what we know about their mythology comes from the Popol Vuh, a sacred book compiling the traditions of the Quiché Maya, written down after the Spanish conquest. The Maya economy was anchored in agriculture, but it was their extensive trade networks that fueled the growth of their great cities. They didn't have a single currency, but valuable items like jade, obsidian, and cacao beans were used for exchange. The largest cities controlled access to key resources. For example, cities with salt sources or obsidian mines held significant power. The Maya of Tabasco became master merchants, creating a vast river-based trade network that dominated the region. Evidence of this long-distance trade is clear. Maya-made goods have been discovered as far away as Honduras and Nicaragua. Perhaps the most astonishing achievements of the Maya were in the realm of the intellect. They invented the only complete writing system in all of pre-Columbian America. It was a sophisticated mix of logograms, representing whole words, and syllabic signs, representing sounds. With this script, they could record their spoken language in its entirety. We find their writing carved on stone monuments, known as stelae, painted on murals, and inscribed on beautiful ceramic vessels. These texts tell us about their history, their rituals, and their dynastic politics. This writing system went hand in hand with their revolutionary understanding of mathematics and astronomy. The Maya are credited with independently developing the concept of zero, a crucial innovation that allowed them to make complex calculations. This mathematical prowess was applied to their calendar systems. They didn't just have one calendar. They used a complex, interlocking system of three. There was the Hab, a 365-day solar calendar for agriculture, the TC Can, a 260-day sacred calendar for divination, and the Long Count, which tracked time over vast cycles, allowing them to precisely date historical events far into the past and future. Their knowledge of the cosmos was nothing short of brilliant. From their observatories, Maya priests meticulously tracked the movements of the sun, the moon, Venus, and other celestial bodies. They weren't practicing science as we know it today. For them, the sky was a sacred book that could be used to predict the future. By associating astronomical cycles with past events, they formulated prophecies. Their accuracy was astounding. For example, they calculated the 584-day cycle of Venus with an error of just 2 hours. The art and architecture of the Maya are a testament to their creativity and skill. Their cities were dominated by stepped pyramids, topped with temples, expansive palaces for their rulers, and ceremonial ball courts. They were masters of stone carving, producing intricate reliefs and sculptures. They also excelled in painting, creating vibrant murals that offer a colorful glimpse into their world. In terms of dress, commoners wore simple cotton garments. Women wore long skirts and blouses called hupayas, while men wore a loincloth called a padi. The nobility, of course, displayed their status with lavish attire, adorned with intricate embroidery, precious stones, and the iridescent feathers of tropical birds. Today, the legacy of the Maya is not confined to ancient ruins and museum artifacts. It is a living culture. Millions of people descended from the ancient Maya still live in their ancestral homelands, speaking dozens of distinct Mayan languages. They continue to practice traditions and maintain a worldview that has been passed down through countless generations. The Maya civilization shows us the incredible heights that human ingenuity can reach, even in the most challenging of environments. They were brilliant astronomers, mathematicians, artists, and architects. Their society was complex, their politics turbulent, and their worldview deeply spiritual. While their great cities may have been reclaimed by the jungle, the spirit of the Maya endures, a powerful reminder of one of the world's most magnificent ancient cultures. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more adventures into our shared human story. See you next time.